Okay, so everyone, in today's class, we are moving towards the very basic chapter of the chemistry, which is actually states of matter. Chapter number 1, or you can say that this is actually the syllabus number 1, right? This is syllabus number 1, right? ये आपके पास syllabus के अंदर मौजूद chapter number 1 है या syllabus के अंदर मौजूद topic number 1 है, right? And we are talking about actually states of matter, right, bacho? So any one of you can please tell me what is matter? Yes, bacho, any one of you want to tell me what is matter?
Some states.
Okay.
Matter is a substance that has mass and occupies space.
Very good. Perfect. So you are saying that, sir, matter is actually the substance. It is actually the substance which occupies space, right? Right, and have some mass, right? Mass or weight, anything else you can use over here. Mass or weight, any one of them, right? You can use any one of them, the word over here, because we are not talking about physics right now. So you can use the mass word, or you can even use the word weight over here, but mass is better one, right? So matter actually, what matter is actually all the substances that have specific mass and they are going to occupy some space as well. So in the universe, in the surroundings, if you focus over there in where you are, you can see this, the every other substance is actually the matter, right? For example, if I am sitting over here and if I just look at my mobile, look at my laptop, look at my iPad, look at my fan, look at my body, look at my charger, whatever I have in my surroundings, they all are matters, right, bacho? Right, bacho?
Sir, I didn't hear you. Could you repeat what you said right now?
Yes, I am saying, bacho, in our surroundings, if you focus in our surrounding, everything is made up of what? It is actually made up of matter, right? So any one of you, Mariam, please, yeah, mic to mute rakho. Okay, thank you. So if you focus in your surroundings, bacho, everything in our surrounding is actually matter, right? You can see your chargers, you can see your mobiles, you can see your laptops, you can see your pen, pencil, whatever you have in your surrounding is actually matter, right? And we know that matter is actually of 3 types, right? Matter is actually of 3 types. We know that number 1 is solid, number 2 is liquid, and number 3 is gas. So definitely right now in our surrounding we have multiple things. For example, if you have a glass of water, if you have a bottle in which you have water, so they are actually one of the type of matter which is liquid, right? And for example, if you talk about your laptop, mobile, pencil, or whatever you have in solid state, they are fixed in shape, so they are solids, right? And one more thing surrounding us, which is actually air, no? Most of us are not considering the gases as matter, no? But you need to understand this, that the gases in our surrounding are actually also one of the type of matter, right? So any one of you, क्या आप में से मुझे कोई ये बच्चा बता सकता है कि कोई ऐसी चीज है in our surroundings, is there anything which is not matter, बच्चों? Yes, बच्चों, is there anything in our surrounding which is not matter? Any one of you? Vacuum. For example, if you have a container, for example, if you have a container and you are going to do a vacuum in that container, definitely the container which is solid in state, so it is one of the type of what? Matter. You are just going to vacuum this from inside, definitely there is nothing. So when there is nothing, तो आप matter क्या किसको रहेंगे? उसको container को. If the container you are talking about, so it is solid now, so it is one of the type of matter. Yes.
Sir, energy.
Energy. Very good. Which type of energy? Which type of energy, bete?
Light energy.
light energy, heat energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, sir, any type of energy is actually what it is. It is not matter, right? And the rest of
Sound
all,
energy.
yes, any energy is actually what? Any energy is actually other than matters, right? Whatever you have. For example, if you have bulbs, right? The bulbs are actually matter, but the energy, light energy, which is emitting from that bulb is not having a space and having mass over there. Na? For example, if for example the energy, light energy ka agar mass hota, what happened? Light energy ka agar mass hota, so right now I have a bulb in just above me, right? I have a bulb, or agar uska mass hota to it will be a very hectic for me. I have a weight on my head now. So right now light energy has no weight and it is not occupying the space. For example, agar light energy space occupy kar rahi hoti, so we are not able to walk or we are not able to run in the presence of light now. It is actually something which is not having mass, and it is actually something which is not having actually a space, or you can say that it is not occupying a space, right? So all the energies are not matter, and the rest of everything surrounding us is actually matter, right? You need to keep remember this. सिवाय energy के हमारे पास हर एक चीज matter है, right? If you focus yourself, so alhamdulillah we are human beings, and human beings are a special type of matter. Na? We have every kind of matter. We have every type of matter inside us. We have even solid, liquid, and gas, right? We know that our stomach having HCl, so it is liquid in state. We know that our body contain water amount, so it is liquid in our body, right? We know that our organs are made up of solid, like for example, if you talk about your hands, your bones, and your teeth, they are all solid, right? And even our lungs intake oxygen gas, and it will, you can say that it will going to exhale like carbon dioxide gases. So even we have gases as well in our bodies, right? So every type of matter present in our body, right? For example, in your surrounding, just look at in your surrounding. Yes, Bacho, can you write some examples of solid, liquid, and gas in your surrounding? Just write down in your copy quickly. I just want 5 examples from you. Can you write any 5 example of solid, liquid, and gas which is in your surrounding? Just do it quick. Start. Quickly. You need to tell me. Five example. Just write in your copy.
कोई भी example.
Any five. If you want to write 2 solid, 2 liquid, and 1 gas, that's very good. But all of them should be there, na? There should be some solid, some liquid, and gases. ऐसा ना हो कि 5 की 5 solid लिख दे. जल्दी से मुझे सेंड करना है आपने.
सर ये व्हाट्सएप भेज दीजिए.
जी व्हाट्सएप करते हैं. Okay, so here we have perfume, shampoo, chair, gas, and carbon dioxide. Very good, Ali Ahmad. Yes, Maha is saying that we have phone, calculator, pen, ink, perfume, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Very good, Maha. Then we have pen, laptop, water, juice. Okay, air and carbon dioxide. Iman. Very good, very good. Yes, Farwa is saying that we have we have beaker in your house. Wow, Farwa. And testing tubes, very good. Water, mercury, very good. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, perfect, perfect. My question was in your surrounding, but still your solid, liquid, gas are correct. Or ice is solid, right? Steel is solid, right? Liquid, water, milk, okay. Hydrogen, very good, Sunny. It's great. Okay, then Adnan is saying that we have mobile fan, water, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. Very good. Hansla is saying, sir, we have cup, pencil, liquid, water, gas, oxygen. Okay, okay. That's very good. Parisha is saying that she has pen, book, water, juice. Oh my God, Parisha, you are having juice during the class? Wow. And oxygen. Okay. Haya is saying you have water bottle and book, oxygen, pan, table. Okay, very good. Yes, what Abir is saying, she's saying desk, water, carpet, very good, and bed and oxygen. Right, very good, fine. Amreen, laptop, pen, mobile, coffee. Amreen, are you having coffee right now? It's too bad, no? You don't need to tell me, but you can have this. Okay, water and oxygen. That's very good. I cannot have this during the class, so it hurts me. Amreen. Okay, so solid, book, phone, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Very good, Ahad. Very good. Heba is saying hydrogen, rock. Oh, rocks. You are Heba, are you in any mountain over there, right? आपके सवात में इस वक्त you are having rocks around you. Very good. Glass and liquid water, mercury. Very good. Every one of you, perfect. Mosira is saying that table, clock, pan, water, juice, HCl. Oh my God. Mosira, do you have HCl right now with you? Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Well, like, you just write carbon over there. Carbon dioxide is actually gas now. Okay, and then Kran is saying that water, juice, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, pouch, iPad, pencil. Perfect, Kiran, perfect. Okay, so every one of you, that means you all have an idea about like a solid, liquid, gas that are having in your surroundings. Mariam's ink, chips, laptops, oxygen, water. Okay, perfect. Okay, every one of you. That seems like you know what is solid, what is liquid, and what is gas, right? Perfect. So, bacho, for example, if you talk about something solid, I have a solid, right? I have a solid ice. This is solid ice, right? This is ice, right? And if I talk about a liquid, so for example, if I have a glass of water filled with liquid, this is a glass of water, right? Then it is liquid water. Then, for example, if I have a glass of water and I'm heating this, for example, I am heating this glass of water, so definitely some of the liquid is going to be evaporate from this. It is going to be like evaporate now. So this is, which is going to be evaporate, is actually vapors that are gaseous water, right, bacho? So for example, if I have these three different states of matter, so if we talk about their shape, their compressibility, and if we talk about like their volume, so what are the things that you need to understand? For example, if you talk about shape, if you talk about volume, and if you talk about compressibility. So bacho, you need to keep remember that if you have any substance which is solid, right? If you have any substance which is solid, for example, if you guys have a solid chair, right? So my question is from Abir. Yes, Abir, can you please answer me? For example, if you have a chair, right, and right now you are on the earth, right, and I ask you that Abir, can you please just move on from the earth and just take your chair and just take it to the moon, right? So right now you have chair on the earth, and then you are having this chair to the moon, right? Is the shape of that chair is going to be changed on the moon?
No,
No.
it
Why?
won't be changed. Because solids have a fixed shape, a definite shape.
Right, and that is the reason. That is the reason. Very good. You can say that. That just mute your mic. You can say that. But so you can say that if you have a chair or whatever you have in the solid form, for example, if you have your mobile phone even, so you are having this mobile phone on the earth, it is same in shape. And if you take this on the moon, or if you take this on the sun, if you can do this, so the shape will remain same. It is not going to be changed, right? Right? And you are going to think that sun is cool, ना? अगर आप उसको ये सोचेंगे कि वो cool है तभी जा सकते हैं, otherwise तो आप रास्ते में ही खत्म हो जाएंगे. You need to keep remember anything that is actually solid. If you throw your mobile phone in the water, if you throw your mobile phone into the air, so you will see this, that the shape will remain same. Whatever you are going to do with your solid substances in the normal conditions, you will see that the shape is not going to be changed until and unless you are going to apply some other forces over there. For example, definitely if you have mobile phone and you are throwing it into the fire, definitely after a few minutes or after a few hours, it is going to be melt out, right? The plastic of that mobile is going to be melt, right? But I am talking about right now in the normal condition, whatever the temperature right now, if you are sitting on your chair at 27 degrees centigrade, so it will remain same in the shape till if you are sitting over there from morning to evening, no? So the chair will remain same. So actually the solids have fixed shape. They are not going to change, right? They have fixed shape. They are not going to change. And even you can see this, that the size of mobile will remain same. The size of chair will remain same. The space is not increasing. The space occupied by the solid is not going to change. That means the volume is also fixed of solids, right? For example, if you have mobile phone and you just compress your mobile, you just put a lot of efforts, you just put your hand on the mobile or on the book or on the laptop or on the chair, so you will see that there is no change in the solid states, right? It will remain in its shape, right? That means it is not going to be compressed as well. So you can say that solids are having fixed shape, fixed volume, and they are not compressible, right, bacho?
Yes.
Is that right, every
Yes.
one of you? Right, very good. Then if you talk about liquid, bacho, so what's the issue with liquid? The liquid is like if you are going to have 1 glass of water, अगर आप एक glass पानी ले लेते हो, ठीक है ना? So you know that 1 glass of water जो है आपके पास, it will remain in the 1 glass, right? And the water will remain same. For example, you are just converting this glass of water into the jug, right? You are just converting the glass of water into the jug. So you will see that the 1 glass of water will remain the 1 glass of water, but the space occupied, the shape occupied by the glass of water is going to be changing into jug, right? Now the 1 glass of water is now in the jug, right? And if you take that jug and you are going to convert this into the basket or into any bucket, right? For example, so you will see that, or into any container, right? You will see that the volume that was actually 1 glass of water is remain same, but the shape is again changing from the shape of jug to the shape of the container or the bucket, right? Then for example, if you just throw away the all 1 glass of water, it is again 1 glass of water, but it is on the throughout of the floor, right? So that means if you take 1 glass of water, तो अगर उस 1 ग्लास पानी को आप ग्लास में लें, जग में लें, या आप उसको बकेट में लें, या फॉर एग्जांपल आप उसको जमीन पर फेंक दें, इट विल रिमेन 1 ग्लास ऑफ वाटर. उसका वॉल्यूम चेंज नहीं होगा. बट जैसे जैसे आप उसको डिफरेंट शेप्स में ला रहे हैं, सो इट्स the liquid is actually going to take the shape of the container. Whatever the shape of the container, liquid is going to be take the shape of the container. So you can say that, sir, the shape is not actually fixed, but the volume is fixed. The volume is not going to be changed, but the shape is not fixed, and even it is not compressible as well, right? So if you apply forces on liquid, it definitely not going to change, or it is not going to be compressed over there, right? For example, अगर आप एक बकेट में पानी भर लें, ठीक है, उस बकेट में पानी भरने के बाद आप उसको जो है, या फॉर एग्जांपल आप एक काम कर सकते हैं, हम हमारे पास ऐसा कोई इंस्ट्रूमेंट नहीं होता, बट अगर आप चाहें तो एक ग्लास वाटर लें, ठीक है ना, एक ग्लास पानी के अंदर आप उसके ऊपर जो ना कोई चीज रखकर उसको दबाने की कोशिश करें. So you will see that if you apply pressure, or if you apply any other thing, or if you want to compress the liquid, you will see that the water come out from the glass. So it is not going to be compressed, it is coming out, or it is finding the way to out. It is not going to be compressed, right? Or if you apply more force over there and there is no space to out, so definitely your glass is going to be broken down, right? So this is the way to check that solid and liquid are not actually compressible, right? And what about gases? If you talk about gases, if you just take a balloon and you are adding gas over there, or if you are adding gas over there, so you will face that the gas, when filling in the balloon, so it will take the shape of the balloon. If you fill the gas into the gas cylinders, you will see that the shape of the cylinder gases are taking from there. And if you put the air in the balloons too much, so you will see that the balloon is going to be infant, and you will see that the all gas is going to take the place in the room. So that means again that gases do not have fixed shape, and even they don't have a fixed volume as well, right? They will take the volume of the container, whatever. For example, if you put only for example, if you just fill your cylinders, right, and you are filling the cylinder like 2 centimeter cube gas is filled in that cylinder, so the overall cylinder having the same gas. For example, in your house, if you are just if you are, for example, in your house, you are taking perfume with you and you are just applying perfume on your body, and just 2 times you spray that perfume on your body. So you will see that in the whole room or in the whole house, the smell of that perfume is going to be roaming, right? Otherwise, for example, if you just take a bottle of perfume and you just add that bottle of perfume into the water bucket, and then you start taking bath from that water, so definitely the smell will remain same, right? It is in the room and it is in the house. So same. For example, अगर आप एक दो स्प्रे कर रहे हैं, और फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप पूरी बकेट से नहा ली हैं परफ्यूम की, तो खुशबू वहां पूरे कमरे में फैलनी ही फैलनी है. अगर आप कम खुशबू लगाएं या आप ज्यादा खुशबू लगाएं, it will remain same. It is going to be diffused, it is going to be spread throughout the room or throughout the home, right बच्चों? That means it is not having fixed volume and fixed shape, right बच्चों?
Yes.
And the compressibility is fine for gases. If you fill the balloon and if you compress that, so you will feel that it is going to be compressed. So gases are compressible, right बच्चों?
Yes, sir.
So this is the case that you need to understand. Now let's talk about why these all things are going to be happen. For example, if you are talking about solids, so solid particles are like this. For example, this is a block of any solid, so you will see that the particles in the solid are like this. They are well arranged, right? And they are closely packed. If you talk about liquids, so the particles are very close to each other, but they are not well arranged. They are just irregular in arrangement, right? They can slide over each other. And if you talk about gases, the particles are actually far apart from each other. They are far apart from each other, right? So this is what solid, this is what liquid, and this is for what gases. So but you can simply see over here, it is obvious over here that if you talk about solids, the particles are very close to each other. When the force of attraction between the particles is very strong, so definitely the shape is not going to be changed. Or you can even see that there is no space between the particles. There is no space between the particles. So if you apply force or if you apply anything, there is no space between the particles, so they are not going to be compressed, right? And if you talk about volume, so they are not going to change their volume because the particles are well arranged. The particles cannot move from one place to another. So that is why they are well arranged and they're not going to change their shapes as well. But if you talk about liquid, so you can see over there that the particles are closely packed. That is why the shape is same. Oh, sorry, the volume is fixed when the particles are closely packed. So definitely the volume is fixed, but the shape is not fixed because the particles are random, right? They are sliding over each other. They are moving from one place to another. The particles are actually moving from throughout the liquid, right? From one place to another. They are moving, right? That is why they can change their shapes, right? For example, you just take it in the, for example, glass. So the particles just arrange yourself according to the glass, and if you just throw it on the floor, so particles start sliding over each other and they are just changing their shapes and they are just moving from one place to another, and therefore they are just changing their shapes, right? And if you talk about compressibility, so liquids are also not compressible because you can see in the diagram that there is no space between the particles. When there is no space, if you apply pressure over there, particles cannot come closer. They are already very close, right? So that is why they are not going to be compressed, right? But if you talk about gases, the particles are very far apart from each other, right? So you can, if you can compress them by applying force, the particles come closer to each other. And if you talk about shape, so the particles are not in fixed shape or they are not close to each other. So definitely shape is not fixed. And the volume is also, they can move throughout the liquid or they can move very rapidly. The particles are very far apart from each other, so they can even change their volume as well, right, Bacho? So let's talk about something kinetic particle theory. So you need to keep remember that kinetic particle theory is what? Kinetic particle theory tell us that all the matter are actually made up of a small tiny particle. What the kinetic particle theory is saying, it is saying that matters are composed of tiny particles and they are always in random motion and they are always in motion, right? And they are always in motion. According to kinetic particle theory, if we talk about solid, liquid, and gas, so you can see over here, what is the first thing that you need to understand about solid from this diagram? But so you can say that that solid particles are tightly packed to each other. Solid particles are tightly packed to each other, right? Tightly packed to each other, right, Bacho? It is obvious from the diagram that the particles are tightly packed to each other. Then the very second observation you can find from this diagram is that the particles are well arranged. That the particles are well arranged, right? And it is a very important thing. You need to understand that particles are well arranged in order pattern. You can say that particles are well arranged, right? When the particles are very close to each other, definitely there will be higher force of attraction between them. So you can say that high force of attraction between the particles. High force of attraction between the particles. Right. And for example, if you are in the very rush bus where the lot of people are over there in the bus, for example, if you are in the bus, right, and there is a lot of crowd in the bus and even you know you don't have even a space to even walk in the bus, so what is going to be happen when you are full with peoples around you? You just go far. You can say that you can up and down, or you can even right or left. Just you can move like this ना. आप to and fro move कर सकते हो खाली, है ना? और तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पर भी कोई ना कोई खड़ा है, राइट हैंड साइड पे कोई ना कोई खड़ा है, आगे भी कोई खड़ा है, पीछे भी कोई खड़ा है. So the maximum motion that you can do is to and fro, right? और वो भी किस वजह से? जब बस में ब्रेक लगेगा, है ना? तो आप आगे या पीछे जा सकते हैं. Same as it is over here, you can see this. The solid particles are very close to each other. They are in the bus that is too crowded, right? so they cannot move from one place to another. So they just show the movement, that the movement is actually to and fro. You can say that they can move, they can still move, because kinetic particle theory says the particles are always in motion. So they definitely move, but the motion is maximum to and fro motion, right? So you can say that vibratory motion, right? The particle shows vibratory motion. They can move from to and fro only, right? Particles can only move to and fro, right, bacho? Right, bacho?
जी sir.
Okay,
Done.
right. So, bacho, you can see this. Now, if I ask a reason why solid are not compressible, so what will be the answer? Yes, any one of you, what will be the answer? Why solid are not compressible?
Because you're tightly packed together with each
They
other.
are tight, exactly. They are tightly packed to each other. That is why they have no space between the particles, so they cannot compress. Very good. Very, very good. Yes. And if I ask why solids have fixed shape, so what will be the answer?
Because they can't be compressed.
You can say that the particles are well arranged, so they cannot move from one place to another. They can only show vibratory motion. That is why they have fixed shapes, right, bacho?
Yes sir.
Very good. And why liquids have different volume? If someone asks you why liquids have different volume, but just you can simply say that liquids can change its volume because the particles are not well arranged. Even they are closely packed, but they are not arranged. They can move throughout the liquid. That is why they can change their shape, right, bacho?
Yes.
So you can see over here, if you talk about liquid and solid, the comparison between solid and liquid, you can see over here that particles are closely packed in both of them. In solid and in liquid, both of them, the particles are closely packed. That is why the shape, or sorry, that is why the volume for both is same, right? अगर आप particles को देखें, they are very close to each other. The force of attraction between the particles is somehow very good in liquid as well. So they have a fixed volume. The volume is not changing. The mass is not changing, right? But if you talk about the shape, so shape depends on the motion of the particles. So right now in the solid, you can see this, they are only showing vibratory motion. The particles are remain on their fixed position. So you can say that vibratory motion on their fixed positions, right? On their fixed position. It is very important. The particle is moving, but it is not changing its shape. It is not changing its condition. It is not changing its place. It is still on there and it is moving like to and fro, right? On the same point. So you can say that vibrating motion at their fixed shape. That is why the shape is not changing. But if you talk about liquid, so in the liquid, the particles are moving, right? The particles are moving and they are changing from their places from one place to another. They are moving from one corner to the second corner. That is why they are changing their shapes, right, bacho? So now it is your task. You need to write these or 4 points for liquid and gases as well. Just do it quick and send me so I can check. You need to write these 4 points for liquids. Let me check. How can you do this? Then I will answer each one of you कि क्या मसला है और हमें इसको किस तरह बेहतर बनाना है. जल्दी से. You need to write down these 4 points for liquids and for gases. Right, बच्चों?
Yes.